What's up, Saiyan Army? Welcome to the video. So what you're seeing on your screen now is an upper body workout going down. Basically starting off this workout with some incline bench press. So keeping this workout nice and light. As you guys know from my last video, my lower back's been locking up and tight, and it's slowly but surely getting a lot better. And yeah, I'm just reacclimating to the gym again. So incline hammer strength bench press on the flat hammer strength machine. So basically what you're gonna do is take the flat hammer strength machine, drop the seat all the way down, at least to the point where the handles kind of line up with your anterior delt or collarbone, and from there just rep it out. You're gonna get a crazy contraction in your upper chest. It's one of my favorite upper chest exercises aside from incline dumbbell presses. Highly recommend it, so give this exercise a try. This machine was a little weird, was a little bit heavier than usual, and the bar path was just a little different, so didn't really care for this one. But any commercial gym, any hammer strength machine, like, yeah, this was the only time it's ever felt a little weird. I didn't really care for it. Anyways, let's get into the topic of today's video, and that is the end of an era. So when I first started lifting, you know, 17, 18 years ago, I used to look up to people like Arnold, Frank Zane, Lee Haney, Lee Priest, all those legends. I used to love the aesthetics, the wide frame, the thin waistlines. I think Lee Haney had like a 28-inch waistline. For someone like that, was wide AF, and it was just crazy. And even people like Arnold and Jay Cutler, although I was more into like the aesthetic, you know, they had little thicker waistlines and they're just massive. Like, I love the battle. I just love bodybuilding in general. And back then, I remember if you didn't squat, bench, and deadlift, you were looked down upon. You know, you're considered a pussy, right? I remember when I first stepped foot into YouTube, and I wasn't really someone that would squat or deadlift. Reason being is I had lower back issues since I was 16 and thought I was never going to be able to squat or deadlift again. And you know, people used to ask me, why don't you squat? Why don't you deadlift? I remember like I was the only one on YouTube that was incline bench pressing. Everyone else was doing heavy flat bench pressing, you know, doing powerlifting. Everyone was doing the heavy flat dumbbell pressing. I was the only one just targeting the upper chest and hitting incline for everything. And reason being is I just hated it. Like, I don't like how my chest looks when I do flat benching. I don't like how it feels. I don't like anything about it, which is why I've always stuck to incline dumbbells, even incline barbells to a certain extent. The only reason I switched over to incline barbell was mainly my ego. Like, I made it a goal to incline bench press 315 pounds. I hit it and it was painful. I got, you know, my anterior delts were knotted the F up. Like, they were so sore just to lift my arms up, and it was just painful, but I hit it. And even squatting and deadlifting, like, I never really enjoyed doing them. However, you know, the pressure from YouTube, the pressure from media, and just everyone forced me to give it a try. And to be honest, like, I don't regret any of it. Like, you guys remember, or you OG subscribers remember when I used to squat and deadlift really heavy. Well, heavy for me. I was never the strongest, but for someone that growing up thought I would never be able to squat or deadlift again just because of my lower back issues, just to be able to overcome that and, you know, progress at it and get better at it, it was a fun journey, you know. And looking back now, like, with all my back issues today, maybe I'm paying for that today. You know, maybe the deadlifting, even though I was okay at the time, maybe it was causing, you know, micro fractures in my back that added up over the course of, you know, the next 5-10 years. And that's what I want to challenge you guys to think about. In the next 5 to 10 years, are you guys going to be happy with, you know, how you guys are training today? You know, are you guys lifting intelligently? Are you guys picking exercises that work for you and your body? Or are you picking exercises just because you see it on social media and feel like you need to do it? But for you new lifters, yes, I do recommend getting proficient at the big compound movements: squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, dumbbell short press, whatever it may be. Reason being is every other exercise you do after that is going to be a variation of those 3 to 4 exercises, and they're going to be very similar, and you want to build that foundation to carry on from, you know, those exercises. So as long as everything's healthy and good and you're staying safe, keeping the form tight, yes, I highly recommend just learning the basics, building that foundation, and then from there growing, changing up your exercise selection, finding out what works best for you, just trying out anything and everything, and just seeing what works best for your body's anthropometry, because you got to understand that everyone's different. And that's kind of what I like about the way fitness is changing today, is I feel like you don't feel that pressure as before that you need a squat, bench, and deadlift. I don't feel that pressure that if you use a Smith machine, you're a pussy. Like, I remember those days when I wouldn't be caught dead on a Smith machine because I was afraid that the comments from people, or I was afraid of what people would look at me. And, you know, it's all the ego and you being self-conscious and whatever bullshit that you're gonna make up in your mind. But the bottom line is, live for you, train smart, stay healthy, and train like your future self would have wanted you to train in 5 to 10 years from now are going to be happy with what you're doing, the progress you're making. And also taking it one step further, our habits today will dictate, you know, where we are 5 to 10 years from now, how much money we make, how healthy you are, how happy you are, just everything in general. So it's just something to think about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, I'll be doing more fitness videos, more voiceovers, more tutorials, or whatever you guys want to see. So make sure to drop it in the comment section down below. Finishing off this workout with some lateral raises on my favorite lateral raise machine. I feel like Yujiro Hanma when I'm doing these. Basically, I'm bringing them all the way up, kind of like the Lu raises or my Spirit Bomb raises, going as high as I can, repping it out, still building those final form Frieza delts, and always ascending. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.